At long last, Davante Adams is becoming a Jet. The Raiders and Jets are finalizing a trade for the star wide receiver, pending a physical, a source confirmed. The deal is for a conditional third-round pick that can become a second-round pick based on performance. This trade reunites Adams with quarterback Aaron Rodgers after months of speculation. The Jets tried to trade for Adams last season, but the Raiders were not interested in moving him. Things had deteriorated between Adams and the Raiders, and he requested a trade 2 weeks ago. The Jets are 2-4 and have struggled offensively. Adams gives Rodgers a weapon he is familiar with as the team tries to turn things around. The 31-year-old six-time Pro Bowler had 18 catches for 209 yards and a touchdown in 3 games with the Raiders, missing the last 3 games with a hamstring injury. The Jets are taking on the remainder of Adams' contract, according to ESPN. Adams has base salaries of $35.6 million remaining in each of the next 2 years, but none of the money is guaranteed, leaving him vulnerable as a cap casualty. A case could be made that trading for Adams was more of a luxury than a need. Garrett Wilson already is a certified number 1 receiver coming off back-to-back 100-yard games, and both Allen Lazard, for years, $44 million, and Mike Williams, 1 year, $10 million, are paid handsomely to be compliments. The primary offensive issue appears to be protecting Rodgers. And pass rusher Hasan Reddick still is locked in a contract holdout dating to his acquisition in March, although he's reportedly been granted permission to seek a trade. But there was no keeping apart Rodgers and Adams, both of whom seemed to regret separating in the first place. The connection resulted in 622 receptions for 7,590 yards and 69 touchdowns when they were Packers teammates from 2014 to 21. Adams was traded to the Raiders, where he reunited with his college quarterback Derek Carr, 1 season before Rodgers was traded to the Jets. But the Raiders cut Carr after 1 season with Adams, and it seemed that Adams had been flirting with asking his way out of town ever since. Carr's Saints reportedly were the other atop Adams' wish list. Adams also made sense for the receiver-needy Bills, Chiefs, Cowboys, Commanders, and Steelers, too. The trade accomplishes keeping Adams away from the AFC East rival Bills and not making a potential path through the AFC playoffs even harder if he joined the 2-time defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs. While the chemistry between Rodgers and Wilson seems to be improving, Adams, like Lazard, has years of practice seeing the same things that Rodgers sees. Lazard and demoted offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett are with the Jets primarily because of their ties to Rodgers. He also swayed the team toward adding offensive tackle Billy Taylor and receiver Randall Cobb last season, when the whole Packers East experiment blew up because Rodgers tore his Achilles in the season opener. Wilson, Lazard, Rodgers, and cornerback DJ Reed have danced around the NFL's tampering rules while offering support for either welcoming Adams specifically or the kind of all-in trade that this move represents for the Jets.